Hey everyone. So I went to my surgeon's office yesterday. It was my 3-week post-op and was able to finally get my tubes removed. So thank goodness. Um, they were super, super freaking annoying. Um, and being in the area they were, you accidentally twist the wrong way and it pulls. It was not happy, but I got those removed. I'm healing up really nicely. Didn't even have any stitches left to be pulled out on my incision site. So everything's going really good with that. Um, my surgery date is now no longer the 7th, however. Um, I love my surgeon. She did a great job for me, but I am feeling a little flustered right now because the communication in the office does not seem to be the best. Um, I was told I was being scheduled for the 7th. I went in for my appointment, which was supposed to be at 10:15. At 10:20, the doctor came out and took someone else who was there in first. So I went to talk to the office manager and find out the details for the surgery, what time I needed to be there and everything else. And she said, oh, I actually had to make it on the 8th instead of the 7th. After all of my kids had made arrangements so that I had a ride there, so that someone would be there with me and everything else. It's now the next day. So the surgeon comes out because she wanted to double check that. Hey, make sure her surgery date is set up. And she tells her it's the 8th, and she's like, I'm going to be at a conference. Okay, so now we have to change the date. And she's like, see if you can get her in the next week. So while she's back with the other patient, the office manager calls the hospital, and the next available date they have is the 19th. So she's done, everything. She asked them all sorts of different questions, trying to work out something sooner. There is nothing. The only time they can get me in, the soonest time, is February 19th. So this is stressing me out because I've already bought my plane ticket because I was supposed to go to surgery on February 7th, and I'm moving to Kansas City. So I already have my plane ticket bought for March 6th. Um, if I'm getting surgery on the 19th, that isn't going to work. I have to be here, for my recovery, and it could take several weeks before I'm able to get my drains out, and I don't want to be 1,600 miles away and have something go wrong and not have access to my surgeon, so I'm already freaking out. I tried to just stay calm. I was like, let's get through the appointment. We'll see what happens. So I went in, did the appointment, got the drains out, asked some questions about the upcoming breast surgery, and found out that she expects that I'm probably going to be a C cup, which I haven't been since middle school. So there's that. Um, we talked a little bit, about being able to, what I'd be able to wear and what my recovery would be like. Um, she did say I'd still be able to do pullovers, that I can still lift my arms enough to do that after surgery, but I probably want to keep some of my larger shirts around and stuff because things that, might be too constricting might not be comfortable. So we got through all that, and she's like, okay, let's go out and get the information for your surgery, and I'll write that down for you and everything. So we go back out, and um, the office manager lets her know, okay, the 19th is the earliest we could get, and the doctor keeps asking her, well, what about this? Well, what about this? Well, no, that's it. She tried, but that is the earliest they have if we can't do it on the 8th. Well, my doctor's going to be out of town the 19th through the 22nd, so we can't do it then either. Really, really right now, um, I'm very frustrated. I don't have any clue what's going to happen. We didn't change it again. We're kind of, I guess, leaving it up to hoping someone's going to cancel, which does happen fairly often, if you've been through surgery, if you have any problems come back in your EKG, or you have a fever, anything like that, you can't do surgery. Um, so surgeries do have to get canceled or moved, things like that, on a fairly regular basis. So I guess we're just hoping for that right now. I guess the hospital schedule gets updated on Mondays and Wednesdays, so they're going to call and check tomorrow. So I'll call them back tomorrow afternoon and see if anything has opened up. Otherwise, I just have no clue what's going to happen. I understand only so much is in their power. It's just frustrating because there wasn't enough communication and this wasn't dealt with. I love my surgeon as a surgeon, but this part of it is highly frustrating. So everything's up in the air for me right now, and I don't have any clue when my surgery is going to be, or if anyone's going to be available to come with me. I told them, honestly, I don't care if we find out that it's going to be 1 day's notice. Like, let's just get it done. So, yeah, that's where things are right now. So I may have to change my plane ticket. Yeah, I don't know. I'm frustrated. This is just where I am right now. No clue and feeling frustrated. So, I did also kind of have a moment last night. Now that the tubes are out, I still have to wear the binder, but like I took it off so I could put my Neosporin on and wipe down the area where my stitches are and where the tubes were. And the holes from the tubes closed up super quick. Like, I literally just had them removed yesterday, and by the end of the day, they were almost completely closed up. So that's happening really quick, but I don't know. I had a moment because, so they cut out the whole apron and pulled down the abdominal skin, and that kind of lifts up your pubic area a little bit. But, as I've mentioned before, once you've been very heavy, everything kind of falls when you lose weight, including your pubic area. And I'm also swollen still, and it's kind of bothersome. I mean, now that area's up higher, so my pubic line is higher, so grooming issues. Guess I have to look into like bikini area depilatories for that area, because that's now basically kind of like where my lower stomach was, where my hairline starts. So yeah, I've never heard anyone talk about this before, so I know it's kind of weird to hear, but, want to put it out there, because the more you know. I didn't really think about it. I didn't really expect it. So, if this is something you're getting done without also having the vaginal lift, it's something you need to know. So yeah, my hairline is higher up now. And everything's really poofy, and I don't know how much of that is swelling. But it kind of hit me. It kind of was the first time that I had those old feelings of not liking my body, um, which was kind of hard to feel. Uh, but I'm also staying on the positive things. I really appreciate my body and what it can do for me. There are other things that I hope to get done in the future, but right now I'm trying to remember. It's about getting rid of my pain and making myself mobile, and so this other stuff is just stuff I have to deal with. But I mean, honestly, it could take 6 months before we even know if there's still swelling that is going down. So it is what it is. I'm super hyped, however. Not only do I have a waistline, but that little area from your waist that goes down into your hip, like, I love it. Like, I have a nice little shape there, and even with the scars, it doesn't faze me. Um, so that part's pretty exciting. So I'm trying to concentrate on things like that. And I'm really happy with how well my scarring is, or my incision area is healing. Um, so, those are all good things, and I'm pretty excited about that. But I did want to mention the other part because, if this is something you're considering doing, I, you know, I think it's good to have as much information as possible, not to be shocked by certain things, like I obviously was. So, just another thing to know and keep in mind. So, um, yeah, that's where it's at right now. Um, I will update you when I get more information. Hopefully, I will get a surgery date tomorrow, but don't know. So I will try and get another video out on Friday with any updates. And until then, thanks for stopping by. And as always, I really appreciate your support. All right. Bye.